Trump University, stiffing people when they work for you, not paying people when they work for you. Trump steaks, Trump water, Trump all kind of stuff that has always been just nothing but a con. And you know what? He's running the biggest con. Trump taking supporters to the cleaners. He's taking his supporters now to the cleaners with this fallacy about somehow there's a path for him to get the presidency. The biggest con. And a lot of people are going for it because that's 71 million people that are following him. That's 71 million people that voted for him. It's a cash machine. Check this out and then we'll take it on the other side.
The Trump silence is the Trump concession speech. He cannot put his loss into words. That will never happen. But he doesn't have to. Even when Donald Trump was in the hospital with the coronavirus, he was issuing video statements to rally his followers. Donald Trump knew when he was in the hospital with coronavirus that he had to continue speaking directly to his voters in his own voice on camera because he knew that silence would have been surrender. Kanye West has conceded, but Donald Trump is still playing his game, the game called other people's money. And he is playing that game in a nonstop barrage of emails to his supporters and to people who are not his supporters with subject lines that sound like the lyrics of sad love songs, like, I need you right now. And then there's, we need you now more than ever. And there's, what's it all about? And there's the totally unbelievable, here's the truth. That's actually the subject line of a Trump email. Here's the truth. And there's the most direct one of all, which is, can you chip in? Which answers the question that the other Trump email, what's it all about, asks. It is about raising money for Donald Trump. That is what everything Donald Trump does for the rest of his life will be about. It's what everything he did previously in his life has always been about. Donald Trump is running a hustle on the most gullible voters in history, asking them to send him money to fight the results of an election that has already been decided. And the only people in America who could fall for that are Trump voters.
Donald Trump today is still sending out many emails and texts to supporters. As we've been discussing, they're requesting money that they say are for lawsuits, but the money isn't going there. You need to know this. The fine print reveals 60% of these newly requested donations are for Save America, which is the new PAC that will fund, under the law, these things are regulated, the ex-presidency activities. The other 40% goes right to the RNC after a donor gives over $5,000. Only then does any of the money go to what is called the recount account.
The reason he's doing it is because he has no income. And you would see that if he would turn over his tax returns. There's no income there, right? So he doesn't have The Apprentice making $65 million a year. Most of his assets are underperforming. They're non-performing assets. The few that he has doesn't cover the big costs. So he's going to use this like he used the Trump Foundation as a slush fund.
But you want to know what's the most sinister part about this? Do you want to know what's the most evil part about this? Notice how very few Republicans who also know the truth, who also know that the president has no path to the presidency, they are acquiescing to the con. Why? A lot of that money goes to the RNC. Why? They don't want to lose that 71 million people base because they can go ahead and bleed them dry. They can go ahead and get their cash. They just have to say, hey, they're trying to impeach me. Oh, they're trying to take away my presidency. And there you go. You send him what he wants. Like that preacher, like that evangelical preacher who knows the buttons to push to take that money, your hard-earned money, away from you. Think about it. Trump taking supporters to the cleaners as he cons them, knowing he has no path to the presidency. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number one, subscribe to our channel, and number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.